SKOL VIKES, SKOL VIKES. Come on in. Come on in, man. SKOL VIKES here, man. This ain't no regular live, man. We gonna get into it today. You heard me. A lot to get into. Who's the plane as far as the Minnesota Vikings season goes, correct? What changes need to be made? We're gonna get into these pressers, et cetera, et cetera. You already know how it goes, man. You already know how it goes. As far as the season, the Viking season, we can say it was a failure to a certain extent. As far as the Vikings not reaching the playoffs, definitely a disappointing season for the offense, et cetera, et cetera. The defense, Super Bowl caliber, no cap, no denying that, right? Right? Heavy, man, early. But the offense was the weakest point of the team. KOC was the weakest point of the team. You hear me? That's probably where I begin first. KOC, JJ McCarthy, Quasi, what moves are next? What moves need to be made? Bottom line. You hear me? But a lot of decisions to be made going forward. Some JJ McCarthy news. We're gonna check out some pressers, like I say, break down certain individuals and just go from there. But just a whole cap on the season. The Vikings end with a 5-game win streak. That's cool. Missed the playoffs once again, though, under KOC. I stand on it. KOC hasn't coached the full 4 quarters in 4 years since he's been at the helm. Brian Flores is who Brian Flores is. Defensive mastermind. You hope he stays in the building somehow, some way. He's going to get defensive coordinator looks. He's going to get head coaching looks, et cetera, et cetera. Will the Vikings have enough money, enough guapino to pay that man what he's owed, what he's due? A lot of players who probably going to be out the building this year, man, this offseason. Some free agents that were brought in last year. This year, they'll probably be gone heavy. Before I really get in the show, if you want to come up, speak your piece, say what you feel, just make sure it's real. Let me know I will drop the link. Got a lot more lives this offseason, bro. Every other day, I got to mix the Bama in there as well. But so far, KOC, KOC as far as this season, to me, he is and should be on a hot seat. Him and Quasi should be on a hot seat. I mean, pretty much at this point, if they were gonna get fired, they would have been fired already, right? Right. And we know the Wills, how the Wills rock and roll. Quasi and O'Connell probably aren't going anywhere as far as being fired and all that. Even though it's a lot of questions about KOC, dog. Who is he as a coach? Is he a true leader? Can he be a true leader? You hear me? Can he be a true leader, dog? Is he a true leader? A lot of people may say no. A lot of people say he's been piss poor. We're going to get into 4 Vikings first that could potentially leave, potentially be out of there. You hear me? But KOC as a coach, who is he? Who is he? When they first started this roller coaster, everybody was excited. The culture that KOC brings, the culture that Quasi will bring, the new regime, Mike Zimmer gone. We got a new school coach, a younger head coach, a QB whisperer. Some may say that's in the air right now. That's very questionable, right? Heavy. Is he a QB whisperer? Can he develop a young quarterback? Oh, a lot of questions to be asked, man. None answered at all so far. You bring in Quasi, boom, Quasi. Who is Quasi? A young GM, been around winning organizations, winning teams. He should know. Everybody talked about what he knows about analytics. Put them comments in the chat. I'm gonna get to them when I'm done with my rant. You know how we go. This ain't a regular live. I gotta open it up, speaking about certain things, certain topics, heavy early. Oh, but Quasi, he's an analytical guy. He knows the numbers game. He's been in an organization like San Fran or around the Cleveland Browns, so he knows how to identify personnel. So far, Quasi hasn't identified nothing. You hear me? No, he's had some splash moves. definitely, definitely, definitely in free agency, adding the likes of Blake Cashman, Van Ginkel, Jonathan Grenard. He brought in a Harrison Phillips, TJ Hawkinson when TJ Hawkinson wasn't soft, but now it looks like Hawkinson is overpaid. But as far as the draft goes, as far as identifying real ballers go, where you build your team is what? In the drafts, right? You build your team in the damn draft. Quasi has yet to do that. Period. Bottom line, no cap. Now you ask yourself this year, can we trust Quasi to identify certain players? Can we trust Quasi to hit on these draft picks? The Vikings got what, 10? Excuse me, man. Oh, what's that? You know what it is. Still getting over a little, but the business will be handled. But can we trust Quasi to do his job as a GM and hit on these draft picks this year? Like I say, we got 10. If Quasi misses again, if he wastes 10 draft picks, are you kidding me, baby? Where do the Vikings go from there? This is a very important offseason for the Vikings, right? Maybe one of the most important off seasons in the history of Vikings history. But it's on Quasi for real and his scouting team. A lot of people say he needs to check his staff, fire some people on his staff, right? Maybe some good names, but what have they really done? What has Ryan Grigson really done as far as the draft goes? Now, free agency, that's all fine and dandy. That's cool. But at the end of the day, you can't build a true roster and a true team all free agents, right? Right. This is not college football. This is not NIL. This is not the transfer portal, right? You won't see an NFL team build Super Bowl caliber teams off a damn free agency class. No, bro. That's not how the NFL works. That's why you have the draft. That's why you're supposed to succeed in the draft, period. Hands down, man down. So far as the draft goes, Quasi has been a failure. So far as the playoffs goes and being a head coach and leader of the team, KOC has been a failure. This year we saw it even more. KOC, horrible, piss poor play calling for the majority of the season. Then he finally realized, had an epiphany, or somebody got in his damn ear. Hey, Quasi, maybe you need to change this or change that. Maybe you need to take this in a different direction as far as play calling for JJ McCarthy and putting JJ McCarthy in certain positions to perform at a high level. Has KOC learned? Who knows? Will KOC change his whole philosophy? Who knows? Will JJ McCarthy even be on the Vikings roster next season? You hear me? That's the big question, right? A lot of talks of Burrow, a lot of talks of the Vikings bringing in a veteran quarterback, maybe for competition or maybe to start. Time will tell. I guess time will tell. But at the end of the day, it's no denying that KOC failed his team this year. The defense was the strong point. KOC and his offense didn't hold up their end of the bargain. Now, if you want to hang your hat and blame JJ McCarthy and say and talk about how much he was injured, talk about how he looked bad in certain games, how he missed throws, cool, you can do that. Yeah, we can do that. We can throw that in there round yonder. JJ McCarthy wasn't perfect, right? Heavy. JJ McCarthy didn't look great all the time, but once again, what do you expect from a rookie, literally in his first rookie season? First time really getting adjusted to the NFL game, learning, adapting, growing. On top of bad play calling, so on top of bad O line play as well. Let's not forget that. I'm gonna get into that as well. O line play. You know what? Didn't we expect more from this O line? Will Fries, to me, he didn't do enough for the money he's making, the contract he got on a multi-year fucking deal. You telling me Will Fries played up to par? Hell to the no. Hell to the no, no, no. Ain't no way. You hear me? Ain't no damn way, dog. You tell me Will Fries played up to par. Even the O line. We can talk about the O line, you know, heavy. Everybody want to bash McCarthy, but let's talk about this O line. Is the O line declining? Is Brian O'Neill the same player that he once was? Can Christian Darrisaw stay healthy? We talk about Ryan Kelly. Ryan Kelly's career is probably over. I mean, the man had 3 concussions in 1 year. Heavy. Very detrimental, very tough on his brain. We talking about CTE galore. CTE, I repeat, galore, right? Now prayers up to him. Hopefully he gets his mind right. He gets everything in order. But you can't expect Ryan Kelly to get on that football field again early. Heavy, man. I mean, can you really expect him to play again? I say hell to the no. I mean, how could you, man? How could you ask that man to get back on the field? And he wasn't great. I mean, he was solid. He was solid, but was he great though? Donovan Jackson, a rookie. You can say he had a good year for a rookie season, you know, still learning, still growing. He had some battles, some ups and downs. He battled with injuries as well. So a plus on the O-line probably is Donovan Jackson, the rookie, you know. But it was injuries all season. Your backups were trash. Your backups were atrocious, piss poor, all that. You hear me? I'm talking about trash, piss poor, atrocious, all that, baby. You hear me? We had somebody named SKOL who couldn't block me out there, and everybody want to blame McCarthy once again. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm gonna get into some pressers articles in a minute. We really got to break down how the season went as a whole. You know? Shout out Madden 11 in the building. Shout out Madden 11 in the building. What up, big dog? Let's get it, man. We here. Heavy. The offseason has begun, but the real work has begun. Shout out Ronald Crosby in the building. Main thing is we got to keep B-Flow and our defensive players. We got to get someone like Mac Jones to compete with McCarthy. SKOL Vikings all the way. Shout out Ronald Crosby in the building, baby. You hear me? You know? And we're going to get into all that. We're going to get into Brian Flores. We're going to get into the defense, all that, because we know Brian Flores must remain. Brian Flores must remain in the building. Once again, if you're in the chat, like it up early. You hear me? But point blank is this team had a lot of weaknesses, a lot of holes, a lot of players who weren't up to par. You know? And it starts with your head coach on the offensive side of the ball. Period. Too evil in the building, too evil to hope in the building. What up, big dog? Oh, he coming in hot, ain't he? He coming in hot on a spot. I'm glad we have figured out that McCarthy, he is a backup and not a starter. I say cap, too evil, too hope. Too evil, you must expound. Because for you to just say McCarthy is a backup and not a starter, that sounds atrocious. You know, after what we've seen from McCarthy, after the growth he's shown, how can you sit here and confidently say that he's not a starter? He's strictly a backup. If that's the case, KOC's not a head coach, period. Heavy. We can go across the board, right? Right. Heavy, man. Early. Clip that. You know? If you can sit here and say McCarthy is not a starter on the little sample you've seen of him, and you can feel comfortable saying he's not a starter, but you can feel comfortable saying KOC is a good head coach, or Kwesi is a good GM, or this line was good enough to block. or good enough to have a competent offense. Are you kidding me? We can go across the board. I stand with McCarthy. I'm rocking and rolling with McCarthy. I believe he can be the franchise, the future quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. Period, dog. Hands down, man down. You hear me? Early, man. Yeah, bitch, yeah. You know. Come on, man. I think he's a backup until he sits behind a veteran. Why is that? Too evil to hope. What about his play makes you think he's a backup and he's a backup until he sits behind a veteran? I say that's cap. I say you're trying to make McCarthy the scapegoat. I say he did pretty damn good the time he was available and played as the season went along. When KOC kind of changed the scheme, I say he did pretty damn good. I say he showed growth and development in a major way. No, he still has flaws, still has things to fix, techniques to fix, of course. That's what any rookie. I mean, what the hell do you expect in a rookie quarterback? You want him to come in and be perfect? You want him to come in and know the game right away, and the game just to slow down for him right away? And we can talk about the injuries and talk about this and talk about that. Some may say he's injury prone. You can lean on that, maybe. But let's calm it down saying that he's strictly a backup. That's cap. The man showed his arm. He showed his ability, right? He showed he could learn. He showed you put him in the right scheme, he can produce. I mean, Jetta said what? That's his youngin'. I'm going to get into the pressers after a while. But Jetta says what? That's his youngin'. You hear me? So come on, man. Let's stop the cap. Now, too evil to hope. You got to come with more facts to say that McCarthy is strictly a backup. Now you can bring a veteran in to compete with him, help him learn the ropes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But he is a starter, and he will be the starter for the Minnesota Vikings. And if he's not, guess what? That means KOC is not who we think or who he says he is. And KOC, he's in question, period, who he is as a man, as a coach, et cetera, as a leader, et cetera, dog. Heavy. I don't even think KOC should be the head coach going into next season. I'm trying rock and roll with B Flow, you know? Period, bottom line, no cap. You hear me? Heavy. You hear me, dog? I'm rocking and rolling with B Flow right now. If the Vikings said, hey, hey, you know, we trading KOC or we getting rid of KOC somehow, some way, and we making Brian Flores the head coach, oh, I'm cool with that. I'm all in. Oh, I repeat, I'm cool with that. I'm all in. You know, Brian Flores, out of all these coaches on the staff, has proven the most. Has proven what he can do with less talent. You hear me? All that talent on the offense, and your offense is piss poor. Are you kidding me, baby? Or are you kidding me? Too evil for real. Justin Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, the list goes on. The running backs, understand you battle injuries, etc. And you telling me KOC couldn't perform better than that? You telling me this team couldn't make the playoffs? Come on, bro. Stop the cap. They want to make McCarthy the scapegoat once again. They want to make McCarthy the scapegoat once again. Or I want a different coach to develop McCarthy. I don't think KOC is a QB developer. He can take what has been developed and improve it. Well, lead with that then, Too Evil. You hear me, dog? Heavy. Lead with that. You hear me? No cap. Let's keep it there. You know? You know, let's be truthful and honest in that capacity, dog. But let's not lead with, oh, JJ McCarthy is not a starter. Let's lead with getting somebody in the building who can really develop him, right? Who can develop a young quarterback with talent, with a cannon for an arm. And KOC might not be the guy to do it. You know, KOC is maybe the type of coach that needs things to be perfect, right? That needs to have the perfect veteran QB like a Sam Darnold or a Kirk Cousins for his offense to flourish or for him to be successful. So he's not a fucking QB whisperer. Let's stop calling him a great leader of men. Let's stop calling him a great developer. Let's stop saying he's great at this and great at that. The man can't even develop a young rookie quarterback. So let's stop hyping him up and bigging him up, period. No cap. Let's call it for what it is. He needs a veteran quarterback to run his offense. He needs a veteran quarterback to look good. Are you kidding me, baby? Are you kidding me, huh? Heavy. Hands down, man down. Are you kidding me, though? So let's stop bigging him up and let's call it for what it is with KOC finally once and for all and stop nut riding like they did Kirk Cousins for 6 years. Stop nut riding like they did Kirk Cousins for 6 years. Heavy. Early, man. No cap. Ain't no way around it. KOC been getting over, like I said in many of videos. He's starting to seem like the Kirk Cousins version of a head coach. Heavy. Period, man. Big games, loses, big time moments, doesn't show up early, points his finger, blames this, blames that person. Everybody rises nuts, finds an excuse for him, continues to get over. Coach of the Year awards and shit, and he ain't done nothing, ain't won a big game yet. But he continues to get over early, heavy. Come on, man. Stop the cap. Stop the damn cap. You hear? Shout out Hoopy in the building. Shout out Hoople in the building, man. What up, big dog? Once again, if you want to come up and chat, let me know. I dropped a link, man, for anybody who want to come up and say how you feel. Just make sure it's real, man. Let me know. You hear me? Early. KLC need to be fired. JJ not going to be our starter next year. Sit the bench and nurse his boo-boos. He can't throw a touch pass. Cap, Hoopy. Cap. He may not have been able to throw a touch pass when he first started, but he's thrown numerous touch passes the last 2-3 weeks in. Have you not been watching the games, Hoopy or Hoopel, whatever the hell that name is there, dog? Have you not been watching the games? I ask you for real. He can't throw a touch pass. How can he not throw a touch pass? You hear me, dog? No cap. What is a touch pass to you, Hoopy? What is a touch pass to you? Has he not shown improvement over the past 4 or 5 weeks? Just let me know in the chat, man. Has he not shown improvement over the past 4 or 5 weeks? Going down the stretch of the season. You hear me? I really must know. Yeah. Come on, man. Stop the cat, man. He can't throw a touch pass. Are you kidding me? He's thrown numerous touch passes already. Once again, let's go. Make him the scapegoat. Right? Year in, year out. It's always a scapegoat. It's never a KOC. It's never Kirk Cousins. It's always somebody else. KOC can't call the right play to save his life. You saw it in the game yesterday. But once again, it's McCarthy, right? McCarthy probably shouldn't have even been playing. But once again, it's McCarthy, right? Yeah, okay, I know it. Yeah. Oh man. Shout out Aaron Lee in the building, dog. My nigga, what's good? Yeah, bitch. Shout out my dog Aaron Lee in the building, man. Let's go, bro. Let's go, dog. Come on, man. Stop all the McCarthy BS, bro. All the bullshit, man. We know what it is. We know what it ain't. We know what's been going on for years around yonder in Minnesota Vikings world. This ain't just a new thing. This been going on, dog. How they saved Kirk Cousins for 6 years. They saved his ass. KLC is not who we think he is. He should be fired. There you go, Hoopley. There you go, Hoople. Whatever your name is, big dog, but there you go. That's the real shit right there. Yeah, You hear me, dog? KLC should be fired. That's who the real problem is. KLC. And if you don't want to accept it and live with it, I get it, cool. But let's be real here. We know what it is, man. Aaron Lee, McCarthy was a scapegoat this season for sure. For sure, man. You know what it is, Aaron Lee. You know how they do. You know what they going to do. It's always McCarthy. It's always on McCarthy. This and that, man. KOC's protected by what? His buddies, his NFL homeboys, the Vikings organization, the Wilfs, Quasi. No one wants to put the blame where it really should go. And that's on who? KOC. You hear me? Bottom line. We also need an O-line, but I know that seems to be impossible to build on a Vikings team. O-line was piss poor all year. They had moments, they had spurts when KOC would lean on the run game. You know, they definitely had their moments and their opportunities. But overall, it wasn't a great O-line. Overall, it wasn't a great O-line, especially pass protection. Come on, man, we know what's really good. We know what's really going on here. The O-line wasn't great at all. Once again, Christian Darrisaw hurt. You know, he can never play a full season for real. So it's a lot of weaknesses on this offensive side of the ball as far as trenches, etc. You hear me? So that's just what it is. I gotta go. I gotta go run it and grab something right quick. But y'all stay tuned, man. But yeah, the O line, the O line was soft. You know, your backups were soft. Your depth chart was soft on the O line. They flash here and there, but at the end of the day, they were soft. Period, dog. No cap. Hands down, man down. You know, bottom line, period. You got guys like Jurgens out there. You got guys like SKOL out there. Brian O'Neill didn't look the same. A lot of things that need to be fixed. A lot of things that need to be revamped. Starting with free agency, we're gonna get into the free agency class as well. Who's available, who's not available, etc. Because since Quasi is Mr. Free Agency, well, we need to identify early who we can get, who's up for grabs, all that. You hear me? Yeah, bitch, yeah, early. You know, heavy. Shout out Bram in the building. Shout out Bram in the building. Bram Olsen in the building. What up, big dog? Let's get it. SKOL Vikes forever. KLC need to go. No guts. He's a Cabbage Patch Kid, baby. Not tough enough, period. Ooh, damn. Hold up now. Ooh, damn. Hold up now. Yeah. Let's be real. One more again, bitch. Let's be real. Yeah. Bram Olsen coming in hot, man. Coming in real, though. Most importantly, you hear me? No cap, bro. For real. He say KOC need to go. No guts. He's a Cabbage Patch Kid. Ooh, baby. Definitely babied. He been babied his whole career for 4 years. The man ain't coached a full 4 quarters yet. Still gets his way. Never on the hot seat. Does what the hell he wants to do. Period. No cap. Bottom line. And he gets away with per D murder. Not tough enough. He's not tough enough. And it has permeated through into his team. You see it on the playing field, starting in the trenches, dog. No cap. You hear me? I mean, you got Will Fries getting beat by the Green Bay Packers second string players. Huh? Come on, bro. Let's stop the cap, man. You're allocating money in certain areas where you shouldn't be putting it at. Are you kidding me? You bring in players who can't stay healthy year in, year out. Are you kidding me? Huh? Yeah. Come on, dog. I'm gonna get into this McCarthy right quick. I gotta go. Take me about 2 minutes, man. But it's KOC last little John. Break this little thing down. Let y'all leave y'all with this right quick. Give me 1 second, man. But this is ridiculous, some of the things people say, man. You know? Check out this after game speech right quick, man. You in the chat, like it up. You hear? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let y'all rock with this right quick. See what he talking about.
You guys have been a part of a lot of football teams in your lives. Some more so that we'll talk about in a couple seconds here than others. But never, ever discount what you guys have been able to accomplish over the last 5 weeks. All right? Very many teams, a lot of teams would have said, you know what, my offseason can start now. Hey, I'm going to be that much better for next year. But, oh, by the way, we've got these football games to go play. But what I saw out of this team over the last 5 weeks, the commitment to working, the commitment to staying the course, staying together, is a testament to the men in this room, your leadership, and what you guys are all about. And don't ever forget the feeling that you guys had on that Wednesday, where it was like, man, I don't really feel like going today. And you did. Don't ever forget that feeling, all right, of going on the road. Man, I don't really necessarily feel like playing today, but you did. And you guys found a way. Give it up for yourselves. 5 in a row. 5 in a row. All right, we got some game balls to get to. All right, first and foremost, all right, this guy went out today, had 2 sacks, 5 tackles, and a forced fumble. And I believe, I don't know exactly what the number is, 6.5, 7.5 sacks or whatever it was, maybe 6.5 over the last 6 games. Dallas Turner, you're coming on, man. Come on. All right. This guy's the 3rd player in NFL history to have 6 straight 1,000-yard seasons. He has been as much of a leader as anybody in this organization. This guy, we ride with him, man. He sets the tone for all of us, Mr. Justin Jefferson. All right, this could take a while here, man. 10 seasons. 141 games played, which is the 2nd most by a running back or fullback in Minnesota Vikings history. 2-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Man of the Year, 4-time team captain, and somebody who has changed my life, made me better in every aspect of my life by just being around him on a daily basis. And I know many of us feel the same way. When these type of players come into an organization, man, we're lucky. We are lucky to be around you every day. Your dad is a hero. Your dad is a phenomenal human being, and he's a dang good football player. C.J. Ham. All right, I got 14 seasons. 207 games played, which is the 5th most in team history. And he's a 6-time Pro Bowler, 6-time team captain. All right, he's got the 4th most in team history as far as takeaway goes. You guys all know what he's all about. All right, for many, many years in this organization, Harrison, you came to this organization and you just changed it little by little. Didn't say a whole lot, but your leadership over these last 4 years and your impact on this organization for your career is one of one, in my opinion. I believe you're a Hall of Famer. I know for a fact you're a Hall of Famer in this organization. I love you, man. Harrison Smith, give it up for him.
I'm gonna keep it short like always, but it's been a pleasure. I know the year didn't go how we envisioned, but there's a lot to build off, like Coach says. It's been a hell of a ride. I really wish we could keep it going. Like, I think we're really hitting our stride right now. Just keep that going into the offseason. I mean, as long as you got air in your lungs and the heartbeat in your chest, never say die.
Hold on, man. Run this back, baby. My bad. I got to do it, though.
You guys have been a part of a lot of football teams in your lives.
Here we go.
Some more so that we'll talk about in a couple seconds here than others. But never, ever discount what you guys have been able to accomplish over the last 5 weeks.
And that's what I mean right here. is what KOC does. My point exactly. My sentiments exactly. That's what I mean right here with KOC. You know, he comes to the game. After the game, he talks good. He talks good when it counts, right? He makes it sound good. He makes it sound like the season being a failure. This little locker room speech after the game speech, right? He makes it sound all right. He makes it sound all good. Oh, yeah, it's all good. Oh, it's all good around yonder, right? It's all good. Every time. Then what? How long has he been doing this? For 4 years? I mean, we 4 years in, man. I want to see the dude do good. I want to see him be successful, but what has he shown us as a coach, period? You know? Has he shown us as a head coach he can get over the hump? That he can lead the Vikings to a Super Bowl, to a winning season, even with the right personnel? Regular season, all right, cool, boom. You had 2 really good seasons, boom. But you couldn't capitalize. You still haven't won a playoff game yet, bruh, period. Then he gets on a podium. He goes the after game speech every time. And he gets away with being piss poor. No one holds him accountable. No one asks him the real tough, hard questions, right? No one says, hey, KOC, why this play call here? Why that play call here? Why not do this instead? Huh? AKOC, why not put your quarterback in the best position to win? Right? But McCarthy gets to the podium. It's always they on his ass. The tough questions come quickly and swiftly. You hear me, huh? Heavy, bro. For real. Clip that. You know? Every damn time that he come in here in these locker rooms after these wins, and I get it, you finished the season strong, very important. But damn, dog, you left a lot on the table. I repeat, he left a lot on the damn table, bro. Hands down, man down. Just what it is, bro. For real.
All right. Very many teams, a lot of teams would have said, you know what, my offseason can start now. Hey, I'm going to be that much better for next year. But, oh, by the way, we've got these football games to go play. But what I saw out of this team over the last 5 years, the commitment to working, the commitment to staying the course, staying together, is a testament to the men in this room, your leadership, and what you guys are all about. Don't ever forget the feeling that you guys had on that Wednesday, where it was like, man, I don't really feel like going today, and you did. Don't ever forget that feeling, all right, of going on the road. Man, I don't really necessarily feel like playing today, but you did, and you guys found a way. Give it up for yourselves. 5 in a row. 5 in a row. All right, we got some game balls to get to. All right, first and foremost, all right, this guy went out today, had 2 sacks, 5 tackles, and a forced fumble. And I believe, I don't know exactly what the number is, 6.5, 7.5 sacks or whatever it was, maybe 6.5 over the last 6 games. Dallas Turner, you're coming on, man.
Shout out Dallas Turner, dog. Improving. Y'all remember everybody said Dallas Turner was a bust. Dallas Turner wasn't this. Dallas Turner wasn't that. I mean, look at him now. Damn. Most sacks on the team this year, right? Developing at a high level, coming along for real. Coming along for real, man. Finally. I mean, y'all remember everybody wrote him off after 1 year, after 1 damn year. Oh, the Vikings are stupid. The Vikings shouldn't have traded up for Dallas Turner. He's a waste. He's a bust. Not giving the man a chance at all. So I'm glad to see him developing, being successful, turning this shit up. You hear me? Heavy. And he going to be a monster. Guaranteed next year. Oh, we talk about breakout season. Talk about putting it all together, it all coming together. Oh, DT, a straight up dog. Roll Tide full of pride. SKOL Tide, SKOL Vikes forever. But you remember the whole world, especially even even Vikings fans, Vikings media, NFL media analysts, whoever, news articles, beat writers, everybody and they mama talking about how the Vikings wasted a pick. Dallas Turner ain't this. Dallas Turner ain't that. Didn't even get a man a chance to play a full season, bro. You hear me? Now they back on his nuts though. All right, bet. Oh, all right. Boom. You know? Yeah. Shout out Bram Olsen in the building. Vikes should focus on 2030. Keep McCarthy, build a team, keep kicker and QB. Everyone else will be gone. So plan for that. Hey, Bram going ahead, ain't it? Hey, Bram say he going ahead, right? You hear? Bram say he ain't playing with him. Bram say he thinking about the future for real, dog. I don't know about doing all that, Bram. He say everybody can go. But definitely keep McCarthy. Shout out Will Riker, the most focused motherfucker on the team this year. You hear me? Heavy. The most clutch player on the team this year, period. No cap. Definitely shout out Will Riker, dog. Bullseye. Bang. You hear me? Heavy, man. Oh, yeah, man.
All right. This guy's the third player in NFL history to have 6 straight 1,000-yard seasons. He has been as much of a leader as anybody in this organization. This guy, we ride with him, man. He sets the tone for all of us. Mr. Justin Jefferson.
That is real. Shout out Jettas, man. Through it all, Jettas remain tall. Jettas stand tall, period. No cap. You don't see him cry. You don't see him pout. You don't see him bitch. You don't see him be a diva. You hear me? He could have been mad. You may see him get frustrated. You may see him get pissed off. Justifiably so. With good reason, right? Definitely. But at the end of the day, the man carries himself with respect, with dignity. You know, never disrespect his teammates, disrespect his coaches. You don't see him crying, dog, pouting, all that. He just keep working, keep his head down, keep grinding, period, no cap, you know? You know what I'm saying? And he got another 1,000-yard season under his belt. Shout out respects to him, man. Respect to Jettas, no cap, bro. The best receiver in the world. You hear me? Matter of fact, clap it up for Jettas, man. You hear me? Oh, yeah, man. Shout out Jettas, bro. For real. One more again, bitch. You hear me? Man, what's up with it, man? I say one more again. You hear me? Well, chilling, man. You hear me? Get into it, though. We all want the quick fix. No, you want something to change, then change something. Long-term plan is worth a try. I mean, shit, the Vikings could have been did that, Bram. You hear me? They could have tore it down, rebuild it up, similar to the Bears, you know? At this point, the Vikings have to make the right moves. And you start with the plan. The plan should be building around your young quarterback, who's very promising. Building around your quarterback on a rookie scale contract. That's the whole goal. That's the main goal, right, Bram? Building your team with the quarterback on a rookie scale contract, period. Bringing in weapons, bringing in personnel to build a better team overall. Ain't that the motherfucking plan? Huh? I mean, I must know. Fire them comments up, baby. Fire the chat up. That's the main goal, right? That's the main goal. You hear me? Huh? Come on now. Let's be real here, man. Yeah. Shout out Bram Olsen in the building. My dog.
All right, this could take a while here, man. 10 seasons. 141 games played, which is the second most by a running back or fullback in Minnesota Vikings history. Two-time Pro Bowler, two-time Man of the Year, four-time team captain, and somebody who has changed my life, made me better in every aspect of my life by just being around him on a daily basis. And I know many of us feel the same way. When these type of players come into an organization, man, we're lucky. We are lucky to be around you every day. Your dad is a hero. Your dad is a phenomenal human being, and he's a dang good football player. C.J. Ham.
Shout out CJ Ham, dog. No cap. You hear me? You know, true leader, true man, dog. You hear me? Heavy. Shout out Ham, bro. No cap. Shout out CJ Ham, bro. Heavy. V Game Shark in the building. V Game Shark in the building. You're gonna say that a QB that's can drop 16 on third stringers and practice squad guys isn't elite? Crazy. Here we go with V Game Shark, man. You hear me? Shout out CJ Ham, man. True Viking for real to the core. Early. SKOL VIKES.
All right, I got 14 seasons. 207 games played, which is the fifth most in team history. And he's a six-time Pro Bowler, six-time team captain. All right, he's got the fourth most in team history as far as takeaway goes. You guys all know what he's all about.
Hitman.
For many, many years.
Hitman.
In this organization, Harrison, you came to this organization and you just changed it little by little. Didn't say a whole lot. But your leadership over these last 4 years and your impact on this organization for your career is one of one, in my opinion. I believe you're a Hall of Famer. I know for a fact you're a Hall of Famer in this organization. I love you, man. Harrison Smith, give it up for him.
Shout out Hitman, bro. No cap. Respect. No cap, man. One more game. Hey, man, it's a lot of questions surrounding Hitman, right? Will he come back? Will he play another season? Me personally, like I've been saying, I would love for him to come back, give it one more run. Now, understanding, no disrespect, but he shouldn't be a starter, dog. But rotational player coming in on third downs, playing close to the line of scrimmage in a blitz package, whatever. That fit suits him well. But we all know he's no longer the same player. I'm sure he knows that as well. But the question is, does he have it in him to get up for another offseason, put the work in, the grind of the offseason, training camp, etc.? You know, I ain't gonna say it's a lot of pressure, but it's a lot of work, a lot of discipline to maintain that, right? Stay in shape again. And I don't think he's the type of guy to retire and get fat and out of shape and all sloppy. But I mean, damn, we just got to be real with it. In season, it's a grind. It's grueling, you know. And off season, it's a grind. It's grueling, you know. Yeah. So, question is Hitman ready and prepared for that?
I'm gonna keep it short like always, but it's been a pleasure. I know the year didn't go how we envisioned, but there's a lot to build off, like Coach says. It's been a hell of a ride. I really wish we could keep it going. Like, I think we're really hitting our stride right now. Just keep that going into the offseason. I mean, as long as you got air in your lungs, and the heartbeat in your chest, never say die.
Real talk, man. My boy Hitman. Hey, my boy Hitman came with that pressure, boy. What the fuck you talking about, man? Hey, come, hey, running back one more again, Hitman. Fuck what they talking about, bro. You hear me? I like that. Hold on, man. I gotta run that back right quick, man. Hold up, man. I like that there, dog. He get me to going in this bitch. Hold on, baby. You hear me?
Lot to build off, like Coach says.
Yeah, I like that, Hitman. I fuck with that. You hear me? My dog, my brother. You hear me? Heavy.
I'm gonna keep it short like always, but it's been a pleasure. I know the year didn't go how we envisioned, but there's a lot to build off, like Coach says. It's been a hell of a ride. I really wish we could keep it going. Like, I think we're really hitting our stride right now. Just keep that going into the offseason. I mean, as long as you got air in your lungs and a heartbeat in your chest, never say die.
This game has meant so much to me my entire life. Being able to be with y'all, be with this organization, be with KO, you guys, man, it means the absolute world to me. I know it's going to be hard to step away, but I know it's time for me to be with my family. It's time for me to watch them grow up, be soccer dad. But these years are times that I'm never going to forget. Now, I truly, truly love each and every one of you. And, man, my phone is always on. Whatever you need at any time, I'm here for you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all.
What on Ham, dog? Hey, hold on, man. You try to get people emotional and shit, dog. Damn, dog. Hey, hey, Ham, say he out of there, homie. Hey, shout out, respect CJ Ham, bro. No cap, bro. Heavy. Respect, bro. Respect, you're heavy, bro.
Make sure you guys understand something. This is the last time this football team, this collection of great human beings, great competitors, great men will be together in this locker room. So make sure you guys take the time. All right, let each other know what you mean to each other. And what you guys have built here is one of one, and we just keep striving. We just keep moving on, striving for what's ahead. But make no mistake, this chapter, all right, this 5-week chapter, getting back to 9-8, all right, this is going to be a major chapter of the final story of where we're headed. And we got to know where we're going. It's going to be all about remembering these moments as a team, because there's a lot to build on from here. One more time, in on me, in on these guys' family right here.
Love y'all, man. One last time. Family on three. 1, 2, 3.
Family.
Good shit, man. My dogs, bro. You hear me? We're gonna get into some more pressures in a minute, bro. But just that right there, man. You know, like even KOC, and I don't want people to get it misconstrued. You know, KOC, much respect for the dude, you know, much love for the dude. Want to see him win. Definitely want to see him win and succeed. But even what he just said, this may be the last time certain individuals in the building. And even though they won 5 straight, of course, you build off that. You take that momentum into the offseason. Think about what could have been. You know, you win 2 more games, you win 1 more game, you win the playoffs. I mean, come on, bro. Just mess ups and errors from KOC, being stuck in his ego, stuck in his ways, not wanting to necessarily change, held his team back from potentially making the playoffs. You hear me? You got guys like CJ Ham, potentially Harrison Smith playing their last game as a Viking, and a lot was left on the damn table. So that's all I'm saying right there, bro. KOC got to understand, bro. It's on him. The offensive lack of execution. Now, I understand we throw the O-line in there. I understand you throw in bad quarterback play at times from Max Brosmer, from McCarthy. At times, I say more Brosmer than McCarthy because some of the shit he did yesterday as far as Brosmer goes, I don't know where the hell his mind goes mentally sometimes, but with the fumble yesterday, with the dumbass play in Seattle, even though it was a piss poor play call from your head coach. But KOC, it starts from top to bottom. From his offense not being prepared, from his team not being prepared. Who does that begin with? So he can sit there and sound good and say this and that. But at the end of the day, he's been doing that for 4 years, bro. You hear me? 4 years and still yet to win a playoff game. That's all I'm saying, bro. When does he get held accountable for real? We can trade for Dak and send McCarthy to the Cowboys. What? Once again, what? What are we talking about here, man? Why do you want to trade for Dak? Why the hell would you want to send McCarthy to the Cowboys and bring in Dak? For what, bro? Like, let's be smart here. Let's make sense here. Too evil, you know? Let's not say shit just to say shit, strictly just to say something. I mean, come on, bro. Do you really want Dak Prescott as your quarterback? I don't. I don't at all. The fuck I want him in the building for? The fuck we want Dak Prescott in the building for? You know? This is about building a true team, a true roster. Building around your quarterback. You have a quarterback with talent. You have a quarterback with a cannon for arm. You have a quarterback who's a damn dog. You hear me? Heavy. Yay. Develop him, mold him, and build your team around him. Period. Motherfuckers is cat, bro. For real. Shout out Cody Fullen in the building, man. Cody Fullen in the building. This whole season failure on KOC and his shit offense. I mean, can we be real? Can we be real? You know? Can we be real? Shout out Cody Fullen in the building once again, bro. You hear me? No cap. Come on, man. Yeah, man. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Man, dog, I mean, like, damn. I mean, like, damn, man. People just say anything and they don't want to put blame where blame should be put. V-Game Shark, here we go. Retarded take. KOC was good with every other QB he had until JJ. So how is it his fault? You didn't show shit about ball. What are you talking about, V-Game Shark? First of all, KOC wasn't good with every quarterback he had. Are you a Vikings fan or are you JT just talking, running your motherfucking yappers, bro, and capping? You hear me? KOC, when was he good, real good with Kirk Cousins? Did he win did he win a playoff game with Kirk? Did he win a playoff game with Sam Darnold? So what the hell are you talking about? He was really good with every other quarterback, period. Was his offense, did his offense look better with veteran quarterbacks? Yeah, that's because they had experience. Maybe because KOC can't develop a young quarterback. Maybe because KOC can't put a young quarterback in the best position. Maybe because KOC can adapt and create a scheme that benefits his young quarterback. So ask yourself, V-Game Shark, first off, is you even a Vikings fan or are you just in here capping? That's number one. Number two, ask yourself what the hell is you really talking about? And do you even know what the hell you really talking about? You hear me, dog? Heavy, no cap. Because right now, you sound dumb as a bitch. Huh? I repeat, you sound dumb as a bitch. You donkey. I'm going to call you donkey because you're dumb as a fucking donkey. You hear me, dog? Heavy. Clip that. Huh? Come on, man. What are we talking about here? He talking about KOC was good with every other quarterback. What, in the regular season? Come on, man. Stop the cap, bro. Fuck it. Talking reckless, homie. You hear me? KOC needs to be on the hot seat after this season. This seat should be burning. Come on, Cody. We know what it is. We know what it is. We know what it ain't. Period. His shit has gotten old. Very old. The same old talk from KO, the same old promises, or we build off these last 5 weeks, etc., etc., etc. At the end of the day, what the hell changes for real? What the hell changes for real? When do you make the playoffs consistently every year? When are you called a consistent playoff team every year? When do you win a playoff game under your coaching, KOC? I repeat, when do the Vikings win a playoff game under his coaching, huh? I repeat, huh? Once again. Come on, man. You in the chat, like it up, bro. Heavy. Cali in the building. Shout out Cali in the building. Yeah, KLC sucks because he couldn't make the playoffs with the worst quarterback room in the NFL. Well, once again, was it the worst quarterback room? When JJ started getting the game and KLC adjusted his scheme when he was healthy, was it the worst quarterback room? Come on, man. Once again, everybody wants to ride KOC's nuts. Period. Long-term plan, you mean suck for the foreseeable future, waiting for injury-prone McCarthy to turn into an NFL quarterback. Now he's Mr. Injury-prone, right? But out of college, y'all loved him. Oh, out of college, he's this, he's Mr. This, he's Mr. That. Oh, he might be the next this, next big thing. Now he's Mr. Injury-prone because he missed a few weeks because his hand is messed up right now. And maybe he shouldn't have played yesterday. Huh? Isn't it ironic? Isn't it so damn ironic? What other quarterback did we see KOC put in a vulnerable situation this year? Huh? Carson Wentz? Carson Wentz, maybe? Okay. All right. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Let's get into some more of these pressers right quick, man. Some people just nut ride so hard they forget the truth, man. You hear me? Oh yeah. Give me 1 second. We finna break it down. Ooh, we finna break it down right now. Yeah, wishful thinking, but been around 45 years and willing to commit to a plan at this point. Could be McCarthy or someone else, but focus on building for once. Build your team, build a roster, draft, draft players, hit on 6 players in the draft, attack the draft, right? Quasi, build the team off of the draft. Talk to your GM, talk to your scouting team. Hit in the draft for once. Build a real team, a real roster for once. Don't just rely on building a roster off of free agency pickups. How about that? Come on, man. You hear me? Oh, man. Shout out Holden in the building, man. Shout out my dog Holden in the building, bro. You hear me? It's my birthday. I just turned 19. Happy birthday, big dog, huh? Yeah. Shout out my yeah. One more game for Holden, man. You hear me? Heavy. No cap, man. Let's get it, bro. SKOL VIKES, JD Brown in the building. JD Brown in the building. Let's get it, man. Let's dive into this JJ McCarthy presser. Get it going. After this, I'll probably dive into, I'll say 4 players who could potentially be gone at the end of the offseason. Him and KOC on the hot seat this year. Come on, man. Those are the guys who should be on the hot seat, your GM and your head coach, period. Those are the 2 guys who have felt the team the most, right? Right. Period, dog. No cap. Huh? Let's be real here, man. Everybody want to blame McCarthy. McCarthy this, McCarthy that. Come on, bro. Stop it, man. Stop it.
Great to see you guys. Bittersweet to say that one last time. Great to see you guys. Bittersweet to say that one last time for this year. But, a lot of things we learned, about ourselves as a team, about who we are as individuals. So many obstacles that taught us so many lessons that I know will carry us further in the future and help us along the way when similar obstacles come up in this game. And, I just appreciate and love every single player, coach, support staff, fan that supported us all year, and it means the absolute world to me to be a Minnesota Viking, and I'll open it up to anyone for questions.
Did the hand get worse? Did something happen? Was it 50-50 before the game? Just walk us through the start of the game and when you finally went, hey, I'm coming out.
In a way I don't want to say because, it feels bad on my heart, but I was happy I made the right decision. I learned from something from the prior week where, feeling the momentum of the game, how well the defense is playing. When it gets to a point where you feel like your body is going to say, no, you can't do that. You got to, put your ego aside and understand.
And then even this situation right here, right? Where was KOC? Where was the coaching staff? Why would they allow him to even play if they know his hand is still at risk? Why risk further injury to his hand if they know he's really not 100%? Knowing who McCarthy is, knowing how bad he wants to play, knowing the competitor he is, right? Knowing in certain situations he might even ignore some symptoms that he maybe shouldn't ignore on his hand. Why not say, hey, boom, we're not playing for anything. The season is over. Max Brosmer can handle it. The Packers ain't playing their first stringers, so the level of competition will be different. Why not sit him and rest him? If they really had his best interest at hand. But we've seen it before. Early in the season, what KOC do? He almost got Carson Wentz killed. I repeat, he almost got Carson Wentz killed, annihilated. No different here. Same situation, same shit, new day. But you guys love your head coach. You love your head coach. He can do no wrong, no wrong. All right, bad. Stop the cap.
And you got to do what's best for the team. And it's a similar situation that came up today. And it killed me to, pull myself out. Never done that before, but had to do what's best for the team.
JJ, were you concerned there about being able to grip the ball again when you say similar situation?
For sure, yeah. It just started, throbbing up a little bit during halftime. And, threw that first pass to Justin, and it was like 10 yards away from me. And I didn't feel like I could throw any further than that without something, wild happening with accuracy or the decision making. So yeah, I felt like it was best to take me out.
When you look at the overall landscape of this season, what was the most difficult part for you?
Losing, number one. Obviously, it's always been like, how's the kid going to react when he loses? That was always the big question. And I feel like, the guys around me, the coaches, the leaders, Harrison Smith, CJ Ham, just to name a few, the way they handled everything and consistently showed up every single day trying to get better, trying to work on their craft, not for themselves but for the people next to them, and you find a lot of strength in that. So I feel like that's the biggest thing I pulled from for today, to go out there and give it my all.
Did you do anything with the ham pregame to kind of remove some of the pain?
No, sir. That's a great question, Alec. But, earlier in the year, if you remember the Chicago game, there was a little something on my hand, and I feel like it messed up my accuracy way too much. So, just bite on a bigger piece of wood and go out there and grind it out.
Are you saying you took like a painkiller in the Monday at Chicago game?
No, tape. Yes, sir. Yeah, only a little Advil and pain off today. So,
do you feel like you earned the right to be the starter going next year? Where do you think you stand with the organization at this point?
After today, maybe, but tomorrow there's nothing promised. The next day there's nothing promised. That's something I take very seriously. It's not something that you buy and you get for the rest of your life. You rent it, you lease it every single day, and I'm just trying to make daily deposits to make sure.
You know what, man? Just with his answers, dog. Let's say if the Vikings were to release him or trade him or whatever the case may be, I hope wherever he did go, he balls, man. Balls for real. Because with his mentality, his heart, his determination, his will to be great, his leadership, and obviously his peers identify him as a leader, naming him a captain and shit. Oh, I guess that means nothing in the eyes of Vikings fans, Vikings media, Vikings coaches, etc. But I hope he really balls out, bro. If the Vikings do release him or trade him, whatever, I hope he turns into a damn future Hall of Famer, bro. No cap. Yeah, man, because the disrespect is crazy, dog. The toughness he's shown all year, playing a whole quarter with an ankle sprain, fighting concussions, getting beat up, banged up, and the level of disrespect that some fans bring, Vikings media brings, everybody, dog, analysts, so-called experts who do their best to protect KOC and want to make him the scapegoat. I hope next year he comes out and ball on all you motherfuckers for real. Clip that. You hear me? I hope he balls on all y'all for real, man. Because this right here is piss poor. Heavy, man. Wow, bro.
I'm in this house for a long time.
JJ, how did you say it was best for the team? How did you, in that moment, weigh that against it may not be the best thing for the narrative about me?
That's a really good question. Narratives are something completely out of your control. I can't change it no matter what I do. I could go out there and grind through it, and maybe fourth quarter happens, something fluke, and I screw up a lot of my off season. But at the end of the day, you can't deal in those what ifs. You got to feel what you're feeling right now, and from your past experiences, take those lessons and apply it to that situation where you're going to make that choice. And it was one of the hardest choices I've had to make in my life so far, but I feel like it was the best thing for the team at that moment.
How do you judge the injuries this season, in totality? Are they all separate? Do you think there's any thing you can do to universally kind of reduce your risk for injuries next season and moving forward?
Another great question. I feel like just playing allowed me to gain the experiences metaphorically and literally in terms of the pain I would feel getting a little too close to the pocket, not getting the ball out on time, being bad with my eyes, having the defense disguise something and not react instinctively. There's all these things that happen before the injury that could, be the difference in you not being in that vulnerable position. So I just need to continue to work on everything that it is to be a good quarterback in this league. And
you know what I miss most about playing? Yelling, "Hey!" So I got this job.
Rating.
I feel like the injuries will slowly fade away with just more situational awareness and presence.
With the hand injury, is there something that needs to be done surgically to repair it, or is it just time and rest?
Yeah, no, sir. Just got the x-rays back, came back positive, and it's just about healing up. I think I pushed it back a little bit with the heal time, but we got time for that, unfortunately. And we'll see where it goes, but going to continue to rest and recover for sure.
When you say positive, you mean positive, good?
Everything's stable. So that's,
Oh, so to all you to all you McCarthy haters, man, calm down. Don't worry. It's not broken. Everything's stable. He's okay. No broken bones. It will heal, bro. You hear me? He can just take some time to rest, relax, and heal, then recover, then get back to work. Oh, yeah, he's so injury prone, right? He's this, he's that. Come on, man. Stop the cap, huh? Yeah.
There's the fractures and all that, but everything's stable.
Bitch, yeah.
What were some of your favorite throws in the first half today?
There's a lot of them. I feel like just the ones the Jets.
And how many all pro, how many all elite throws did he make this year for you JJ McCarthy haters and you KLC nut riders? I mean, how many throws did he make? Great throws did he make this year, even under pressure? So what are we really talking about here?
That's specifically the one where I was out of the pocket and, finding him late on the hinge route. That's something, we've been working on, just trusting each other, trusting he's going to make the play if I put it to the spot. The one I had to Ben Sims on the run, that was just something where, I've been working so hard and so vigorously and trying so hard to make those throws on the run. But at the end of the day, you just got to kind of trust the spot and put it there. And I feel like I did a good job with that. But, it just came down to the protection being great today, the running backs doing their thing in the run game and pass protection, the tight ends catching, pass blocking, run blocking, and the receivers obviously doing their thing today. So all the credit goes to them.
JJ, was that taunting call in part a reaction to the adrenaline that maybe you picked up off that stiff arm?
Yeah, I've never stiff armed someone in my life. So there was a little excitement, a little too much excitement. And, immediately right after, I got carried away. And right after, I felt so bad because I felt like I let my team down. I let my teammates down. And that's crucial. A big game.
And at the end of the day, why should he feel bad for being a competitor? Yeah, you can maybe say he did too much. He shouldn't have taunted. He shouldn't have did this and that. But don't you love the dog in him? Don't you love him showing no fear, riding for his team, being turned up, being excited? Oh, I know. Y'all would rather have Kirk Cousins in this bitch who's soft, scary, can't even run, a sitting duck for real. Oh, so he got a little too hype. Oh, he got in a defender's face. Ain't that the attitude, the style you want in from your quarterback? Now, of course, run out of bounds. Don't take unnecessary hits. But you don't love the dog in him, the tenacity, the ferociousness. I mean, what the hell do you want here? y'all motherfucking Vikings fans and media want your cake and your topping too, right? Want your cake and have all the other bullshit, man. You got a dude who's a dog, who's a hot competitor, full of heart and grit, and you got a problem with it? Oh, okay. So he made a mistake doing a little too much. So what? I'd rather have that than a punk bitch who just here collecting a check. You hear me? Come on, man. Clip that. Clip that.
High stakes. You can't have, you know, dumb reactions like that are selfish overall. And, you know, my apologies go to my teammates and the defense.
And he understands the mistake he made, even though he could have dialed it back a little bit. But you getting turned up, amped up, and excited. Oh, I don't blame him. I don't say he's wrong one bit.
Defense, and it's not going to happen again. I promise you that.
What'd you say to him?
Say again.
What'd you say to him?
Might be up to the lip readers on that one. Yeah.
And JJ, was it you that pulled yourself out, or did you have a conversation with him?
It was me. It was me. I feel like I had to make a grown man decision. We kept going back and forth. Could you go? Could you not? I got one person on my shoulder saying, go in there. You got this. It'll be fine. And then another person, hey, maybe this isn't a test that, you know, you're being tested to make the right choice once again. So, you know, I listened to the one that was on my right shoulder and went from there.
And he made the right choice. And I don't know if he means literally two different humans in his ear, one saying play, one saying don't play, or he means it the other way, sort of in the spiritual form. But whatever the case may be, first off, why would anybody be telling him to go back in the game if he's not capable? But secondly, he definitely made the right decision, bro. You hear me? Period. So shout out to him for making the decision that fits him the best, bro. Period. No cap. You hear me? Because I guarantee you this here, if he would have continued to play and he break his hand or something, oh, here come the McCarthy haters. They used to love him, now they hate him. Oh, he's injury prone. Oh, he got to go for real. Oh, it's over. It's over. Come on, man.
JJ, you talked about the leaders on this team. If it happens to be Harrison Smith's last game or CJ Ham with the Vikings, what have you learned from them specifically that will help you out through your career?
I really want to talk about.
Shout out MHS streaming in the building. SKOL Vikings, SKOL Vikes, baby. You hear me? Heavy.
Both. First, CJ, you know, man of faith, true character that's just so pure. You know exactly where he's going to be, when he's going to be there, does all the right things. You know, he's the pivotal role model that I feel like people can look up to and see what it is to be a Walter Payton Man of the Year. See what it is to be a great football player for the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, Mr. Minnesota, he is. So, you know, just his journey is very inspiring. And Harrison Smith, you know, he took me in right away, understood the kind of mentality I had, saw a little bit of me and him and, you know, all the things he's learned over the years. You know, I've tried not to, you know, be too pressing on him because I feel like I push people away when I talk too much football. But who he is as a man, competitor, warrior, like he's one of one. I truly believe he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he definitely deserves it.
JJ, as you look ahead, like what are the areas of growth that are in your mind will be front and center as kind of the next few weeks and months come?
With the offseason plan, it's really just about how can I improve myself physically, mentally, emotionally, and really go from there. You know, there's definitely different branches from each of those routes, and you know, to get in specifics right now is, you know, something that, you know, don't want to let the other team know what we're working on, and you know, just continue to show up and be consistent every day. That's going to be the main thing.
JJ, you think you earned the trust of the decision makers here? You know, whether it's head coach, GM, owners, whoever.
In my opinion, I feel like I have, but at the end of the day, they have their own opinion. They have their own perspective. They see things different. They hear things from different places. And, you know, I just feel confident going into this offseason and content with where I'm at because I feel and truly feel like I know they know who I am as an individual and, you know, the potential and the capability that this offense could have with me at the helm. So, but at the end of the day, it's all about the guys. And, you know, from here on out, if I'm here, if I'm not, I love every single one of those guys and had a friggin' blast playing for them.
Did you carry yourself with a lot of confidence, always have? Did that get shaken at all this year?
No, sir. Never. I feel like confidence is something that's, innate. It's something that you can't let external factors shake it, because then that's not confidence. Then you're just
Big facts, big facts.
playing that game back and forth. But something I learned from Justin Jefferson. Like, I've never understood, like, really fully why he is the way he is, why he's so successful, but it's exactly that, his mentality, the confidence that he's the best on the field, no matter where he is, no matter what time it is. And, that's something that I try to adopt and really make a habit for the next coming years.
Justin talked about wanting to get time with you this offseason. When you guys do that, what are the things you feel like you can take from that the most?
Timing. The number one time when the receiver's open is right out of the cut. So just being able to get those reps, get those different body positions that I'm seeing from him, and the space on the field of which I'm trying to fit it into, and how he's getting to that landmark. There's so many things that just need to grow by naturally and very simply just throwing more routes together. So I love hanging out with them off the field too. So we'll get really close there and, be ready to go.
And that's what it's going to come down to this year, man. Chemistry. Him and Jetta's putting that work in, that real chemistry, right? Heavy. Grinding all off season, man. Running routes, being consistent. Something I'm sure they didn't do last year. I don't know why not, but it is what it is. You can't still do and dwell on it. But it's a very big off season for both of these dudes. You hear me? Heavy. Justin Jefferson called him his youngin, all that, So Jefferson gonna take him under his wings, man, and put him in the right position, put him in the right direction. McCarthy got to work. Jetta's got to work. They all got to work for real. Heavy, bro. Early. Let's get it in. Let's grind.
JJ, what was it like to see a guy in your draft class, Dallas Turner, finish the season the way he did?
I love DT. Obviously,
shout out DT. Roll Tide.
We came in together. Literally got the wind knocked out of him, or out of me, by him like a week before I saw him again. And he's a special human being. Once again, we have so many in this locker room, but he's on to great things. He's got all the tools you could possibly imagine, but like I said about Justin, he's got the mentality, and when you got that, that's something that I can put all my chips in for.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys. God bless.
My dog.
The world's first titanium nonstick pan.
My dog. My dog. Right into Jetta's. Boom. Right into Jetta's. Boom.
Justin.
Yeah, we're going to get into Jetta's. Then I'm going to break down some players who could potentially leave. Then we're going to wrap this bitch up. SKOL Vikes forever, dog. You know what it is. Heavy. Like I say, man. Probably alive. A lot more lives this off season, bro. You hear me? Early. It's going to be Bama, then it's going to be Vikings every other day. Lock in with me, dog. Lock in with me. Support the grind, support the channel, period, dog. No cap. You hear me? Heavy. Share this live, like, comment, and subscribe. All that. It's free, dog. It's free. Yeah. My dog Andre Sutton in the building, man. What up, my dog? What up, my big dog? Yeah, bitch, yeah. What's up, Big SKOL? Let's clean house. B-Flow for HC. Hey, I've been saying it, man. I've been saying it. Brian Flores for head coach. Brian Flores for head coach. Yeah, man. Bitch, yeah. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. You hear me? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Let's get into the Jetta's little presser right quick, though, man. Let's get it.
Congratulations. I know you want to get 1,000 plus. Once you got at least 53 and more out of the way.
Shout out my brother getting that 1,000, hitting that 1,000-yard mark. Straight up. Shout out my brother getting that 1,000, man. Straight up. One more game. Oh, yeah. Let's get it, man.
Were you a little relieved? I know it's not about your personal numbers, but it's something you wanted to do.
Oh, yeah. Definitely relieved. Just off of a difficult year, emotionally and physically, and just to come out, with the attitude of trying to finish the game, trying to leave a mark and show the world that I'm still the best receiver in the league. It definitely felt great just to get that accolade and to really go into the offseason with a good taste in my mouth. So, but it's definitely on to more work on to getting my youngin right, making sure that we don't have the same outcome this season. So I'm ready for the off season, ready to go back to work and prove that I'm still one of the best.
Is that your nickname for JJ? Your youngin?
My youngin, that's my dog.
Hey, you hear what he said? His youngin, huh? Called him his youngin. Clip that. But yeah, bro, is that telling you right there? JJ McCarthy ain't going nowhere. The Vikings are riding, rocking, and rolling with him. I hope so. But Justin Jefferson pretty much stamping him right there, right? Saying, hey, I'm gonna get my youngin right, train with him, grind with him, lock in with him for real. Who man, stay aware. You talk about a dynamic duo. Let's get it, baby, for real. But Jetta just stamped it. Hey, what'd he say? My youngin, dog. My youngin. Clip that.
Justin, what was it like to see Harry and CJ both getting honored kind of in their own ways today?
Emotional. Definitely wanted to shed a tear. Just see the guys work as hard as they have been working, lead the way they have been leading. I mean, CJ's story is very, very powerful, impactful. So to have him as my teammate and to be with him for these past 6 years, it's been an honor. Honestly, there's not too many people in this league that are like him and have the love and have the hard work attitude as CJ. So I'm definitely honored to be his teammate. And for Harry, he's a baller. I still don't think this is his last year. I still think he got more room in the tank. But
Come on back here, man. Come on back one more again, dog. Yeah.
just what he has been doing for this organization, what he has been doing for this team, is going to go way further than what people outside of this room really know. So I'm just honored to have played on the same team as them. But they're definitely Hall of Famers in my eyes.
Justin, what does this offseason need to look like for you and JJ?
Work. Won't go to work. Plenty of time to work. So, I mean, that connection is going to grow more and more and more.
I like that right there, man. I like that for real, man. No cap. If both of them get dialed in and locked in and they really put in that work this whole off season, sky's the limit. Matter of fact, it's no limit for them boys. You hear me? As far as route running, chemistry, timing, we saw the timing was off a lot this year. And that all comes with reps, dog. Building chemistry, building that trust, that bond, that understanding of where the ball gonna be at. JJ McCarthy understanding where to put the ball, when Jetta's gonna come out his break. All this plays a role, dog. Period. And they got a whole off season to really lock in together, understand what each other needs to do. Oh man, it's gonna be a beautiful thing, period. But this right here might just the fact that Jetta's is stamping him, because KOC, him and Jetta's probably have conversations like, boom, what do you think about McCarthy? Do you think McCarthy can be the man for the job? Huh? Do you want him as your quarterback? Would you be happy with him as your quarterback? I'm sure all these conversations go down behind the scenes. So the fact that Jetta's is stamping and co-signing for McCarthy on live TV to the public with no hesitation. You hear me? First off, respect to Jetta's, bro. Shout out to him for riding and sticking by his quarterback and saying, yeah, dog, I believe in McCarthy. I'm rocking and rolling with him. That's my youngin. That's my dog. And we going to work this whole offseason and really put that work in and see what happens. Heavy, bro. Gotta love it. Gotta respect it. That's a true leader right there, man. A true leader. You hear me? Yeah. Bitch, yeah. Huh? Come on, man. Stop the cap, man. Stop the cap. Oh, man. Jeff Swanson in the building, man. Heavy. Yeah, heavy. Come on, man. Yeah. One more again, man. Yeah. Believe that. Shout out Jetta's though, man. For real. And this will go a long way. Him just saying these certain things will go a long way in boosting McCarthy's confidence in himself as well, even more. Oh man, hold up. Shout out Jeff Swanson in the chat, bro. $5 super chat. Shout out you, Jeff Swanson. Shout out you, big dog. Early, much appreciated. You hear me, dog? Heavy. SKOL VIKES. You hear me? Heavy. Much appreciated to you, my dog. For real.
As we continue on,
Let's work.
definitely will get work with him this off season, and along with the rest of this
Let's grind. You hear me? Yeah.
receiver core. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see us really grow and to see JJ blossom as the quarterback that he needs to be, and we know he could be. So definitely a lot of work.
How much time did you get this year, just him having come off an injury last year and then missing some training?
Yeah, it impacted just because it's less time to connect with each other. But I still think that we had opportunities to still connect and still do the things that we always do. But it's just like I said before, we just need to get JJ out of the little small bad habits that he had throughout the season. But he's still young. He still has room to grow. He still has time to really blossom as a quarterback. This is his first real year playing, so people need to give him a little bit more leniency, but he definitely will go back to work and still put in that work to where we need to get.
You're a GM. You want to at least have a veteran quarterback as a backup, so if there are injuries again, you're not going from someone who doesn't have experience either.
I mean, it's not really my option, my job to really make that call, but my job is to whoever's the starter to get him right and to get him to where we need to get. And JJ is our guy right now, so my job is to connect with him during the off season and get him to where we need to go.
Justin, what do you think of that early run from JJ with this?
And the fact that Jettas is taking responsibility, saying, hey, man, that's my guy. I put it on my shoulders. I got to help get him to where he needs to be at the end of the day. I respect him even more, bro, as a player, as a leader, as a captain, etc. Respect my dog, for real. My brother, for real.
I mean, he always carried himself with that energy, with that fire spirit. Of course, he needs to not get taunted at the end of that play. But I mean, just his attitude and his confidence, just the way he go out there and want to ball out, and he has those plays that shows that he can ball out. And but I mean, I love the energy and I love the spirit that he carries himself with.
Couple more. Justin, last week Harrison was saying the thing about this locker room is there are a lot of veterans that could say, hey, I'm not going all in because I don't want to get hurt. I got my career to think of, but they are all in. How important was that for you to see?
I mean, I feel like everybody in this room felt the need to go out there and lay it all out on the line. One, for our fan base, and two, for ourselves. Just with the difficult season, not being able to continue on this journey, I feel like it was just a must that we all go out there and show the world, show our fan base, show our families, what we're all about. And we're a family-oriented team, and we care about each other so much. So it was definitely a must to go out there and compete for one another.
Just finishing the game with Max, where did you see him improve over the time he's been on the field this year? Oh yeah, he definitely has improved, especially from the Seattle game to New York and to now. He's a growing boy. I love it. But I mean, it was only his third opportunity in playing, so he will continue to grow. He will continue to blossom as a quarterback as well. Definitely will connect with him as well as JJ onto the connection that we need to get to. But I love seeing him being happy, making those plays, making those throws, going out there and leading the team to where we need to go. Appreciate y'all. Thanks. Thank you.
The structure.
And that's pretty much it for I was going to watch the KLC, but I don't care what KLC talking about, man. I done heard enough from KLC for 4 years. It's time for KLC to put up or shut up at the end of the day, man. Right. I don't even care too much about what KLC even talking about, for real. Yeah. I'm going to get into the next part of the live, break down which players could be leaving, 4 players in particular, and we're going to end right there, man. Heavy, you got any questions, comments, or opinions? Let me know quickly and swiftly, huh? And I'll get to them after this next segment early. Once again, you in the chat, like it up, share this live with whoever you know, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, make sure you hit that damn bell. Yeah. I hope everyone has a blessed 26. Remember, we all might not agree on the same things, but in the end, kindness matters. Heavy. Shout out Jeff Swanson, man. Much appreciated to you, big dog, for the real message, homie. You hear me? Heavy. You know, we live in a world where it's not a kind world for real, man. Early. It's give me, take. So real proper message from you, Jeff Swanson. Heavy, man. You feel me? The state of the world, the state of America, worldwide, talks of war, etc. We need more kindness amongst humans, dog. You hit it on the head with a hammer, Jeff Swanson. You hear me? But also on the flip side, it's some motherfuckers who just don't want to be kind. You hear me, Jeff? So you got to attack them accordingly. But shout out my boy, my big dog, Jeff Swanson in the building, man. For real. Let's get it, baby. You hear me? SKOL VIKES, man. Heavy. One more again, man. Yeah. For sure, bro. No cap. Now we talk about players who could leave, players who could stay. Got the Hawkinson, you got Naylor. What do Vikings pay him? Probably a couple more, but we're just gonna get into this article real quick and break it down before I get up out of here early. Give me 1 second, man. You know, a lot of decisions to be made. Let's get into it, man. Give me 1 second, break it down right quick. Yeah, man. Close some of this shit out. We're gonna get into it. Like I say, you got questions, comments, opinions, put them in the chat. I'll answer them after this segment, and we'll dive right in, man. Dive right in. Oh, man, Jeff Swanson again, bro. Jeff Swanson again, $2 in the chat, man. Appreciate you, big dog, for real. $2 super chat. Much appreciated to you, Jeff Swanson. No cap, man. You are truly appreciated. Heavy. Let's get into this article, bro. Here we go. 4 Vikings who could be playing their final game for Minnesota. Sunday marks the conclusion of the 2025 season for the Minnesota Vikings as the Vikings head onto the field in Week 18 against the Green Bay Packers. It could also mean the end of an era for a number of players. Currently, Minnesota has 14 players set to enter unrestricted free agency this spring, and another 5 will enter some version of restricted free agency. Here's a look at 4 players who could be suiting up in purple for the final time on Sunday. Harrison Smith, as we know, Harrison Smith, a lot of people want him to come back for another year. I hope he does. I still think he can contribute up close and personal to the line and blitz packages, etc. But we'll see how it goes. Let's get into it. It's been a storied career for Harrison Smith in Minnesota. Since being selected in the first round of the 2012 NFL Draft, he has been a consistent star presence in the Vikings defense, making at least 11 starts in 13 of his 14 seasons. Real durable guy, heavy. However, the end of the road may be coming for the 36-year-old safety. Rumors of retirement have been swirling for a couple seasons, but to this point, Smith has remained on the roster on team-friendly deals. If Sunday does mark the end of Smith's NFL career, it will be very storied. It will be a very storied one as he has put together monster numbers for the Vikings and has been named to the Pro Bowl 6 times. Heading into Sunday, his 1,180 tackles rank 4th among all active players, and he leads active players with 39 career interceptions. Once again, bro, you can't say enough about Hitman. You can't give enough respect to Hitman, what he's meant to Minnesota, what he's meant to the organization, the way he has carried himself over the years, right? Just the level of respect he has from his peers, from the NFL, etc. The stats he's put up, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. And at the end of the day, I know I can speak for myself. I would love to see him come back, give it one more go, one more run, you know. Now, the question is, does he want to go through another grueling offseason, another grueling season? I think, like I say, he still got something left in the tank. Now, was he a starter? You know, will he give you every down, every snap reps? No. But him being a rotational player, coming off the bench, coming in on blitz packages, playing up close and personal to the line of scrimmage, all that, I'm rocking with that heavy. But if Harrison Smith were to come back, man, I would definitely love it. I'm here for it. You know, him as a leader, his experience, he put a lot of players in position this season as far as having a green dot, making the play calls, etc. And on top of that, if Brian Flores returns, yeah, you could be looking at a great situation for the Vikings. But, you know, time will tell, bro. A lot for him to think about. Does he want to be more of a family man now? Spend more time with his family now? A lot of questions to be asked. But at the end of the day, if Hitman were to return, I would love it, man. He's shown his loyalty to the Vikings, shown his respect to the Vikings organization. We've seen other Vikings players, veterans come and go, not want to take pay cuts, try to get over. And Harrison Smith has proved his loyalty for 16 years. So shout out respect to Hitman if he leaves, if he stays. Salute to him, bro. No cap. Next up, wide receiver Jalen Naylor. Very important right here with Naylor, man. You know, Jalen Naylor, definitely a guy, a receiver who found his way this year, who got into his zone. He was playing for that bag. A lot of people will say he earned that bag, right? And I think he did as well. The question is, will the Vikings pay him? Do they have enough guapino, enough federale to pay him and still be in a comfortable spot, a comfortable situation? You know, that is the biggest conundrum. I don't know where they sit right now as far as the cap. Matter of fact, let's just check it out real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look it up, man. Just check out, see where they sit as far as cap space goes and all that. Give me 1 second, man. Let's really break it down and see, can they really afford to pay him? Spot track. Give me 1 second. Let's see this real quick, man. Give me 1 second. Let me switch over to this tab. And if you got more information, more 411, more scoop on the Minnesota Vikings cap, let me know, bro. You hear me? Let me know. If you know more about the cap situation, you hear me? Let me know. So with this screen, give me 1 second, man. All right, here we go. Give me 1 second. Let me get back to it, man. You hear me? Hold on 1 second. This screen kind of tripping out. Try to get back to this cap salary thing. All right. This damn thing freezing, man. One second. Hey, can y'all hear me clear? Let me know in the chat. Can you hear me clear, man? Let me know. Let me know. Can y'all hear me clear? Heavy. All right. So total cap 349. Top 51 cap space, negative 28. million in cap. Reserve list 0, dead cap 5,608,000. So negative space. So let me see 1 second, man. So technically they could technically re-sign Naylor. Squeeze some numbers together. If they could potentially get it done. Hold on 1 second, man. Why that shit keep freezing, man? Hold on, here we go. Shout out Daniel in the building. Shout out Daniel in the building. If we lose Flo, this team is done. Hey, I agree, man. I agree. You pay that man whatever you gotta pay, do whatever you gotta do to keep B Flo in the building. Shout out Daniel Brugman in the building, bro. You hear me? Shout out Daniel Brugman in the building. By any means necessary, you keep Flo. Any means necessary, you replace a Brian Flores, dog. You don't keep Brian Flores, your defense is downhill. That's just what it is. I mean, it's no disrespect to other coordinators, no disrespect to coaches, but Brian Flores is one of a kind. We all know. And we know the defense will be nowhere near what it has been if he leaves, if he doesn't return. So I don't care what you got to do, who you got to release or let go. You keep that man in the building. You hear me? Period. Brian Flores is the one early. Hey, Big SKOL, catching a flight to Carcass for 30 days. Take care of yourself, brother. Stay safe. Lots of prayers for you in Minnesota. Shout out Jeff Swanson, bro. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time, your vacation, bro. Stay safe. You as well. Stay aware. SKOL Vikes, baby. Let's get it. Early. I trade Hawk, draft tight end, Oregon, K. Sadiq. Get Hawkinson up out of here. You know? Get Hawkinson up out of here, man. No cap. Let's get back to this Naylor situation. Hold on right quick. Share this screen. I don't know why it's been freezing. 1 second, man. Let me get back to it. We'll talk about that cap another day. But Jalen Naylor is a receiver. I would love to see him stay. I think he proved himself enough. I feel like you keep him in the building if you can, you know, depending on the cap situation. And you just make it work, man. I would love to see this receiving core stay together. I feel like as the chemistry builds, they're going to continue to grow more and more and get better and better, period. After being selected in the 6th round of the 2022 NFL draft, Jalen Naylor has proven to be one of the few players from that Vikings draft class to be a reliable NFL player. He spent the first 2 seasons of his career largely as a special teams contributor, but over the past 2 seasons, he has developed into a steady receiver 3 in Minnesota. Last year, he totaled 28 receptions for 414 yards and 6 touchdowns, and now he has put together 26 receptions for 395 yards and 4 touchdowns, despite inconsistent QB play in 2025. Not only inconsistent QB play, inconsistent coaching and O-line play as well. You can't forget that. However, with Naylor now heading into unrestricted free agency, there is a chance he has priced himself out of the Vikings spending market this offseason, particularly given Minnesota's salary cap situation and the fact that Minnesota just used a 3rd-round pick on Ty Felton in 2025. Sunday could be his final game for the Vikings. And as we know, Ty Felton really didn't pan out this year. Now, can he develop this offseason? Can he get better? Yeah, but is it realistic? Very unlikely. Ty Felton might be just strictly a special teams player. We will see, though. But Jalen Naylor, definitely a receiver I want to keep on the roster. The question is, where with the cap space situation, will it be too tough to retain him? We will see. But he definitely exploded this year, showed his talents, right? Showed his capabilities, etc. And time will tell once again. Hawkinson, softy. He can go. I've been saying he can go. If you can trade for him, if you can release him and get some money towards the cap, I say you do it. Not impressed with Hawkinson this year, hasn't done enough for me. I mean, the man getting paid 17 mil, top 5 paid tight end. No, he definitely didn't make the cut, period, bottom line, no cap. Let's get into it. The Vikings acquired TJ Hawkinson in a blockbuster trade with the Detroit Lions during the 2022 season, and he helped propel the Vikings to an NFC North title during the second half of that season. However, 2025 has been a disappointing year for the tight end with just 438 yards and 3 touchdowns to his name, despite appearing in 15 games. The Vikings will be looking to free up some salary cap this spring, and Hawkinson's name very well could be on the trade block over the next few months. The Vikings would save nearly $9 million if they shipped him off. You ship him off quickly and swiftly. You hear me, dog? No cap. Hawkinson missed last week's game against the Detroit Lions and is again on the injury report this week. So perhaps he has already played his final game as a Viking if he is unable to suit up this Sunday. Yeah, bro, I feel like you're at the end of the road with Hawkinson. It is what it is. He made some nice plays, but he dropped some big passes this year. Didn't do enough in the run blocking game for me this year. And he is who he is, man. He's kind of went downhill since that injury. And no disrespect to him, it is just what it is. He is not the guy. You can find a tight end in the draft, free agency, through trade, whatever. Vikings got some young tight ends on the roster who can step up and put in that work. So it's just time to cut ties with him, period, man. No cap. Yeah, Bottom line. Eric Wilson may be another tough decision. Now, Eric Wilson, as far as him being a starter, I mean, he showed he can start, but do you want him to be one of your starting linebackers? Probably not. But if you have him on the roster as far as depth, I would love to keep him, period. As a second stringer. Now, we've seen him play that first string role. That's what the fall off of Ivan Pace Jr., not playing up to expectations. So Eric Wilson can definitely be a starter, had a solid season, but at the end of the day, you don't want to rely on him once again being one of your starting linebackers going into next season. Like I say, his play elevated due to Brian Flores' coaching and scheme. No disrespect to him. Shout out to Eric Wilson, a true dog. I would love for him to stay on the roster, but at the end of the day, he is who he is, and without B-Flow, he probably doesn't perform the same. Just like a handful of players on this Minnesota Vikings defense, bro, period. So it starts with re-signing and getting that deal with Brian Flores sealed and delivered. Yeah. 2025 marked Eric Wilson's second stint with the Vikings after he played in Minnesota from 2017 to 20. Wilson largely was a reserve player for the Vikings during that first stint, but now in Brian Flores' defensive scheme, the linebacker has thrived during the 25 season. Big facts. He has recorded career highs in tackles for loss 16 and sacks 6.5 this season. And with 5 more solo tackles in week 18, he would match his career high of 62. Wilson joined the Vikings on a 1-year contract in 25, worth just $2.6 million. The 31-year-old likely will be earning more than that in free agency this spring. And him performing the way he did in Brian Flores' scheme, right, probably got him a nice little payday. But I'm sure he wants to remain a Viking. I would love to see him remain a Viking as well. But that's pretty much it. And like I say, as the offseason goes along, we're going to break the roster down more, break down potential free agents more, and all that. And that's what it is, man. But those are just 4 off the rip players who could return or not return. But Jalen Naylor and Eric Wilson, definitely 2 players I would like to see remain Vikings if possible. Hitman is up in the air. That's pretty much his decision, right? So we'll see what happens, man. Heavy. At E, we should trade for Burrow now because it'll save Justin Jefferson at the same time. I don't know. Like I say, Daniel, I'm not rocking and rolling with that move. Me, I want to stick with McCarthy. I think McCarthy is the guy, and that's who I'm rolling with, man. No cap. I'm not budging on it. I'm not moving from it. I feel like you found your young quarterback. Now you move along. Now you build your roster around him. Heavy. Period. Bottom line. But everyone got their opinion. Everybody feels differently about it, and that's cool. That's all good. But me, I don't want Burrow. I want McCarthy. I want 9 heavy. 77 racing in the building. Get Cam KOC out of there ASAP. You know, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Unfortunately, 77 racing, they probably ain't going nowhere this year. You know how the Wilfs are. They ain't really going to budge or make a move. You know? They'll probably get one more year to see what they can do, this and that. All right, bad. And we're going to see what's going on. You hear me? But at this point, we probably got them for another season, big dog. Huh? You know, it just is what it is. They'll probably be around for another season, man. No cap. Yeah. He says both toxic. Damn, he said both of them boys toxic. You hear me? Heavy. Crazy work, man. Crazy work. I wouldn't say they toxic, man, but I'll say they definitely have been in their ego. They definitely haven't performed up to par as a head coach in KOC, as a GM in Quasi, you know? And that's clear to see. Very evident. Bottom line, point blank, period, huh? Yeah. The salary cap you save from Hawk, look that up. $9 million, man. They saved $9 million if they were to move on from Hawkinson. I say $9 million is well worth it. You could bring in potentially 2 more players or re-sign Eric Wilson, right? With that $9 million. Potentially re-sign Harrison Smith with that $9 million. You hear me? So $9 million, if you let him go, I would definitely say it's worth it. And you look at some of your young tight end talent, you know what I'm saying? The Bartholomew's you drafted last year, maybe find a tight end in this year's draft, etc. Maybe look for a tight end in free agency. But if you can clear up about $9 million for Hawk, I say, damn, go forward. I mean, what would the Vikings really be losing? Hawkinson has lost a step. He's not the same as far as being a receiving tight end, you know? Some may say he's improved in run blocking, but I beg to differ. Heavy, you know, period. I feel like he's being overpaid at his position. 17 mil a year for him. Too damn much, bro. Too damn much. You hear me? Heavy. Shout out William Warren in the building. Sign Eric Wilson back. I agree. If you can make it work, you can make it shake. You can make it happen. And if they retain B Flow, then hell to the yeah. You sign Eric Wilson back. Now, like I say, do you rely on him as being a starting linebacker? No, I wouldn't. But at the end of the day, him being a backup, that says a lot for your depth chart, period. A second season in Brian Flores' scheme, I'm rocking with it. Heavy. Shout out William Warren in the building. What's up, everybody? Shout out Mike Rhyme, man. My dog Mike Rhyme in the building, man. Let's get it. You hear me? Early. If we trade Burrow, it doesn't mean we have to trade JJ. We have other pieces, and there's a great backup JJ could learn. Well, I mean, what would be the point, right? You know? If you trade for JJ, Daniel, that would be the whole point of trading, right? The Bengals believing in him and wanting another quarterback. I mean, they're not just gonna give up their quarterback, right, and not get one in return. That's the whole point. That's why they would be trading for McCarthy and some first-round picks, right? Right. You know? Yeah. I mean, who else would they trade for? You know? Now, it may be a couple of players on that list, but JJ McCarthy will definitely be one of them. Trust me, baby. Trust me. Heavy, dog. No cap. No way around it. Oh, hell to the yeah. I guarantee if the Bengals let go of Burrow, they will want a quarterback in return. That's just real, dog. That's just real. Huh? Yeah. But to each his own, man. We'll see what happens, February, March definitely. We'll see what happens. We'll see what goes down. I'm hearing people talk about Kirk Cousins coming back. What? How foolish would that be? If the Vikings bring Kirk Cousins back around yonder, that shows you exactly that they are cool. They are okay with being mediocre and average. Matter of fact, below average, right? Right. Why the hell in your right mind, in their right mind, would they bring back Kirk Cousins? Come on now, stop the cap. Huh? Yeah, man. Any more questions, comments, and opinions, throw them in the chat, bro. If not, I'm finna get up out of here. You know what it is. SKOL, Vikes, win, lose, or draw. We come to win. The season is over, but the off season has just begun. Who is this punk chump? Huh? Who is this punk chump? Huh? He says his name is Handle Me This 420. All right, bet he must be high today. You must be on a big pack today, huh? Handle Me This 420. VIKINGS fans are the best. I love their comedy. I love your mama's comedy, my boy. You hear me, huh? Yeah. Where your grandma at, my dog? Where your abuela at? Matter of fact, where your girlfriend and your wife at? Huh? I want them on all fours on that flow. Yeah, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. No cap. You hear me? Heavy, man. Yeah. Bitch, yeah. Shout out my big dogs in the chat. Locking in with me. Make sure you lock in with me all off season, man. Support the grind, support the channel, support everything, man. You hear me, huh? Yeah. You know what it is, man. You know what it is, man. Big SKOL here, SKOL Vikes, the biggest. You hear me? Heavy, man. Let's go, bro. Holla at y'all later, dog. And you know what it is. We run the north. Believe that.